Qur'an allows marrying Christians and Jews, but is that for all times and places? So yes, indeed, the Qur'an allows that a Muslim man can marry a Christian or a Jewish lady if she is a righteous and pious lady and she is chaste and decent. The Qur'an definitely allows this. However, it is mentioned in our books of history that when the Muslims who were in Iraq at the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, they began marrying Christians and Jews, Umar radiallahu anh, as a matter of policy, not as a matter of fiqh, he wrote to them and he said, don't do this. They wrote back and they said, O Amir al-Mu'mineen, O leader, didn't Allah allow the men to marry Christians and Jewish ladies? And Umar ibn al-Khattab said yes. So he's not saying it's haram, he said yes. But if you, O men, start marrying the Christian and Jewish ladies, then who will marry our ladies, right? So Muslim ladies, Muslim women, they cannot marry Christians and Jews. So if we, Muslim men, start marrying people of other faiths, who is going to marry our women? That's the first point. The second point, obviously, when we are living in situations where we're living in secular lands or non-Muslim lands, the issue of a divorce taking place and the children and the religion of the children becomes a very big and contentious issue. How many cases have we all seen where a divorce does take place and the children are then raised as non-Muslims? And that's not something that obviously we are happy about. So even though theoretically perhaps yes it is permissible, but realistically or practically one should think very, very, very long and hard, and it is not something that it should be encouraged because there are potentials that the children will not end up as Muslims, and as well there is already a crisis going on in many Muslim communities of many women not getting married. And it's not fair that our sisters are struggling and they don't have good husbands, and the illegible husbands or bachelors are then marrying outside of the faith. Our sisters deserve just as much care and concern, in fact more so as well. So I would definitely not encourage this, but I cannot say that it is haram or sinful to do so. I will simply say that this is something that should be discouraged and emphasis should be given of marrying within our own faith, and Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best.